Google Classroom has some great features. I mean, it makes grading a heck of a lot easier, and it allows for students to put all their work into one centralized location for each of your assignments. But one of the things that Google needs to work on is how to make it a little bit easier for teachers to upload rubrics. So I have a demo assignment here where I have created this in Google Classroom. And one of the things that you'll notice with this particular assignment, if I go into Edit, it has this rubric feature. Now I can create the rubric, I could reuse a rubric if I already have one created, or I can import from Sheets. Today I'm going to show you how to import from Sheets using a rubric template that makes your life a whole heck of a lot easier. So the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that you've opened up your Rubric Hero templates. Now once you've opened this up and you have complete ownership of it, you're going to click on Rubric Hero, New Rubric. You're going to have to run through the authorization. Hopefully your internet works. I think I've been throttled. Advanced. It's safe. It's been created by me. And I will allow it. Oh, internet has now gone out again. Okay, so it looks like it's working. So the first thing that I want to be able to do is I want to be able to create a new rubric. So I'm going to go to Rubric Hero, New Rubric. I'm going to name it maybe Demo. Now with this demo, what it happens is it'll actually populate the fields here for different criteria. Now if you don't want 5 criteria, you can get rid of some of that criteria. But for me, right now, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to just copy and paste. I copied some different criteria that I have for a different rubric, as well as all the different results. And I also have the point values. I'll just leave those the same. So I'm going to paste, Control V. Oops. I want to make sure that I put it in the weight. If I have the weight, in this case, let's say that I don't have the weight. Paste the values. Now what I need to do over here is I need to change some of these values also to indicate the weight of each of these criterion. If you want to do this, otherwise, just make sure that it equals 100. So for me, I have this part that is for 30% for details, and then collaboration here with members is 10%. And then, of course, the total points, let's say total points are 60. So now what I have is I have my rubric. My rubric is finished. Of course, I could print this thing off. If I wanted to go back to my TOC page, this is the main page. You'll notice now the rubric does appear here, and I can also click on that link and go back. So this is a nice feature. What I can also do is I can click on Rubric Hero now, and let's say that I'm ready to convert this thing over to Google Classroom. So I can convert this. I click on that button. It's going to run through the script. It's going to check it for everything. Okay, fine, it's done. So now what I can do is I can click on this classroom rubric, and you'll notice that all the fields are populated. So in here, I gave each of these criteria points based off of their performance level. So 4 would be 100, a B would be a 3, a C is the 75% for a 2, a 1 or needs improvement, whatever you want to call it, a 65. Maybe if it wasn't completed at all, but most of the project was done. If I accept it, then I could give the students, of course, partial points. So all of that is customizable by you, the end user, but in the end, this is what you want. You want to be able to get this particular document. So now I'm going to go back over here to my demo. I'm going to now import from Sheets. I'm going to notice that there was this new sheet that was created. It says Demo, G Classroom. And now the entire thing is populated. The only part that is missing is the descriptions, and that's because I did not have descriptions with these. I think that my title is sufficient enough. And of course, if I'm looking at what indicates a 4, that should suffice in telling the students what they need to get done. So I'm going to now click Save. You're going to notice that the total points here was 60 points. So I just want to make sure that the total points here matches up. I can save. And it's done. Now, when I go to click on a student, you'll notice that the point values that are available are right there. I can now click, and of course it's automatically adjusting to make this weighted correctly and to ensure that the students are receiving a fair score. So that's essentially how you can use the Rubric Hero, and I hope that this is something that you like. I hope that it's something that you can use. I know that for me personally, it's made my life a little bit easier as a teacher, so feel free to use it.